into the line out for the Italians, taken in the front there.
Sack is
Looks
good.
like Marco Riccioni. Ball coming out there from scrum off Fusco. Set up there in a ruck for the Italians. Now driving forward there by the Italians into the hands of number 1, Danilo Fischetti. He drives through, gets it in the hands of, it looked like Favoretto there for the Italians. Ball available at the back of the ruck. It was out, and Namibians a little slow to react there, but Italians coming to this near side now. Brought forward there by Leonardo Marin for the Italians. Taken down in the Namibian 22, and they're going to play it wide again. A knock on there by Marco Riccioni. Jacques Tron will have to look at. He's clearing the base of the rucks a lot quicker. Taken in there by the Italians, a very strong rolling maul. Can Namibia defend this? Looks as if that maul is set up very, very well there. They are moving towards the try line. Once again, ill discipline. So putting points on the board while you are man down, a very good thing. And advantage being played. The players ahead. Looks like, no, that wasn't Prince. Kick through there by Jacques Tron. Charged down by the Italians, and on the back foot immediately is Namibia. Danko Burger, the vice captain, going back to clean there, and Namibian getting possession back there, taking it out of their 22, but it's turned over by the Italians. Now they swing it to this near side. A little bit of incohesion there by the Italians, but still space for them to run. And the fullback Jaco Patrula showing that he can get away from the deterrence. He takes it about 10 meters to the try line of the Namibians. Now the Italians moving it to the far side through the hands of Sebastian Negri. Negri taking the ball into contact, coming out there from Fusco. Fusco putting the ball to the far side into the hands of Dare. Dare
can speak of confidence with that what we've just seen with Namibia.
And the Italians running through the back line once into the hands of Menoncello there, putting the ball up, and a knock on by scrum off. As we see the put in there from Nicotera. Now again a rolling maul being set up by the Italians. These structures of the Italians very solid, but fantastic defense there by the Namibian forwards, stopping that. Mr. Brace giving them the first time call. Broken away there by the hooker, Nicotera, the captain as well. Good defense by Namibia. Can they hold Zuri out here? Fantastic defense by the Namibian forwards. Their setup looks very, very good there. The Italians coming away with the ball there. It's Mohamed Hassa picking up the ball at the base of the ruck there for the Italians and moving the ball forward. Picked up there once again by Nicotera. He passes it on, and Italy getting very close to the Namibian line. Mr. Andrew Brace checking there. He says the ball
Of character in defense.
Nice deep drop out there from Tian Swanepoel. The Zuri running the ball back from the own halfway line, taken in by Ross Vincent, but a fantastic tackle once again by the Namibian defense. Now Italy playing the ball a little looser, trying to spread, as we see number 11 there, Simon Chesi, coming from the far side, creating space for the Italians, taken up by the lock forward there, Ricardo Favoretto. Favoretto getting the ball clean for Fusco. Fusco passing it from Dare. Once again defense holding the Zuri back into the hands there of Marin. Once again the ball going loose for the Italians. Not very good play by the Italians. Fantastic pressure here by the Namibians as they try to get the ball, and a great pin. So the ball not going into touch though, and going to be run back by Jaco Patrula for the Italians. He tries to see that Mr. Brace is giving everybody a fair chance as the Italians play off the back of the scrum and creating a lot of space on this near side, and that's going to be an easy run in for Jaco Patrula.
Look at that replay again. The second line of attack just being too elusive for the Namibian defense, of course, for a walkover try there by Trula. We just want to see what our backline is more capable of if we could get the ball out to them and play a bit of running rugby.
Nicotera taking the ball there, and it's brought down by Giuliani for Italy, setting up the ruck there through Favoretto.
Ball is out.
The ball is out, says Mr. Bryce Lawrence, not Bryce Lawrence, Andrew Brace rather, as the ball coming through. The Italians showing that they're playing with good hands. It is Hassa taking the ball up nonetheless. Johan Retief taking the ball forward for Namibia. Unfortunately, a knock on by the Namibians now. Now some space on this near side and taken out by Paulo Odogwo. He kicks the ball forward. Now it's going to be a foot race, and it's going to be the Italians. Just a little bit too much weight on the kicks at the moment. Italy now trying some interesting plays as Odogwo gets the ball and knocked forward there. putting the ball into the line out, taken there by the Italians. Good pass out there, good handling by the Italians to the far side, into the hands of the left wing there, Simone Gersi. And Gersi going over in the far side. When we get back to live action, it's once again the Italians running it out from their own 22, creating space. Another kick forward. Has this gone too far? Yes, directly into tap up the ball over the ruck once again. So a tactic that they've been using all afternoon. Well taken in there by the try scorer Gersi. The Namibians giving them the space. And it's going to be Dere kicking to this near side, going for the 50-22 to get the possession. Meyer cleaning up very nicely for Namibia and getting the ball in is incorrect. So scored 26 points to 6. Good take there. I think for the Italians, what they'll be working on perhaps is their handling in the second half, which we see the ball taken down in that line out by Nicolo Canone. Now the ball comes out once again. The Italians not scared to give the ball air, and out of a tackle breaks Menoncello, and Menoncello goes through the
right. As we look yet another at that replay, of course, three missed tackles there. That Namibia, of course, missed.
Now going to go for clearance. I'm not sure whether he's taken that ball back, but it's not going to touch anyway. So Namibia defensive lines are going to be tested once again, and a massive gap there. And it's the Italians that are going to score another try here through the Namibians' own defense. Trula under the ball here for the Italians. He gives the ball off there to the 8th man, Ross Vincent. Vincent setting up inside the half of Namibia, out to the far side there. Looks like it was number 7, Manuel Tualini. Fusco out again. And the Italians rather playing quickly. That looked like a forward pass. Mr. Brace not picking up that forward pass there. Fusco to the far side. Once again, the Italians creating space on the outside. The Namibian defense in this stages. One coaches decide. Giacomo Nicotera into the line out, taken in there by Sebastian Negri for Italy. Driving the ball forward, another rolling maul. This has been something that the Italians have been doing well this afternoon. And same maul, says Mr. Brace, as they continue making meters towards the 22 of Namibia. Same maul, and now breaking away is the captain Nicotera, taken down in the 22 by the Namibians. Coming out there, Fusco with the ball. He drives the ball forward, and another tackle being broken by the Italians, and Fusco going across. Caution, that's perhaps the best move now for Jav Bergadem, as we see the Italians taking the ball into the rolling maul, setting up that rolling maul again with Nicotera, the captain there at the back in possession. Still the same maul. Namibia just not having an answer for that rolling maul by the Italians. Mr. Brace watching it very well as we see Mohamed Hassa breaking away with the ball. Namibia still defending, and now time on the field. As we see thrown to the line out there by the Italians, they're playing now with freedom, getting the ball out to this near side in space. Also Nicotera, the captain, being substituted as Italy still playing on the far side into the hands of Gersi, or Dugwa rather, or Dugwa getting the ball back on the inside. He manages to bobble as we see Sebastian Negri take the ball into the 22 of the Namibians. The Italians still driving the ball up there, keeping possession. Now into the hands of substitute Mohamed Hassa. Hassa driving into the Namibian defense. Out into the hands once again of Negri, driving the ball up. And the ball coming out on this near side into the hands there of Menoncello. Menoncello taking the ball up. Namibian defense still holding here very nicely in their own 22. Taken up there, looks like by Manuel Zuliani. The Italians keep driving forward, getting small amounts of ground that they're winning. Taken in there by Giulio Bertaccini, one of the substitutes for Italy. Played to the far side, trying to win space. Once again, the first time tackling for Namibia, not very good. Still setting up the defense, and eventually it is the defense of Namibia. But for our build-up to the Africa Cup, it's necessary, as we see another unforced error by the Namibians. Knock on at the front of that line out there with the Italians. Dera getting the ball away, but good line out there by the Italians, once again setting up that driving ball. Namibia's defensive structure a little bit better there.
Primo, stop!
Down. Mr. Brace calling the first stop, so still the same ball. It seems as if they get that second run up every time, so advantage there for Mr. Brace. And Di Bartolomeo putting the ball into the line out, and that's been the difference. A good line out there by the Italians, put them on the front foot for the attack. As burst through there by Canone, Lorenzo Canone taking the ball up to the 5-meter line. Italy on the attack here. Can the Namibian defense hold, get them back? Good setup there by the Namibian defense for the box kick. He brings the ball to this near side. A little shallow one. Jacques Tron under the ball. Is he going to be able to take it? No, it's taken in there by Simone Gese. Popped out to Vani. Vani kicking the ball forward. Is the Namibian defense once again. The pace of the Italians just too much for Namibia. Let's see what happens there. As it's a strong scrum by Italy. Advantage being played by Mr. Brace. Quick hands once again by Italy. Getting the ball out here to Gesi very quickly. But great
pass passage of play. One could see that Namibia defending so much better, using the line as the 16th player, of course. And as we see there, the more going once more again. One must applaud and also notice that ever since Dane van der Merwe moved to 13, penetrating the wide ball has been very difficult for the Italians.
And Trula there with a of tries for the Italians. Once again, fantastic work created.
With respect to our line outs and so forth, kicking game, territorial, being good, of course, however not making the most of territory.
Advantage once again for the Italians, creating space, kick through at wing and also at outside centre. He's contributed quite a lot to defence and to the attack, as we see Italy driving forward with that rolling maul once again. I don't see an advantage being played at the moment by Mr. Brace.
Let it come, Namibia!
Once again there by the Namibians being able to counter that rolling maul. Now the penalty comes.
Clearly broke off.
And see that they opted for the scrum clearly to get a great solid firm control of the scrum and give good ball to their backline.
Off the scrum, massive scrum there by the Italians, and as we said, they haven't dominated the scrum. They come up with a minute remaining, so and that Fusco getting the ball ready. He kicks from the base of the scrum, not going for touch into the hands of Van der Berg there, but he knocks the ball backwards. But it's possession for Italy. Another grubber through, of course, well read there by Fusco, realizing that Namibia's fullback is not in possession. Fusco putting the ball up for Italy. Andre van der Berg getting ready to go up. Once again not securing the ball. Now Italy near side, and it is Trullo there with the left boot, rather Derey putting the ball into the 22, taken in by to continue what Fusco started in the first half, and that's kicking from the base of the ruck. Now this time Andre van der Berg taking the ball cleanly, being driven back, but good